I really hate that for Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexie Hull too. Those three really played their guts out tonight for the whole game, all 40 minutes. It wasn't enough, so the Indiana Fever lose by 1 to the Atlanta Dream. The Dream had the lead pretty much all night. They did an incredible job of shooting. Made a lot of really difficult shots. They did go cold at the end, and Indiana came back, but it was just too much. You can't play from behind like that and expect to win as a team. Now, like I said, individually, Aliyah Boston was absolutely a beast tonight, and I hate that for her to come away with a loss because she really, really played hard, played amazingly. Kelsey Mitchell is just her usual fearless self, knocked down big shots, just stayed cool, made it to the rim, just played hard all night. Lexie Hull, I mean, I can't say enough about her. They need to really feature her in a lot more minutes. It's looking like, I know it's just the second game, I don't want to overreact to some of the lineup deals just yet, but I mean, she went out there, hustled, went after every rebound, got a lot of loose balls, played really good defense, and seeing the way Aliyah Boston went at Brittany Griner, who's so much taller than her and more experienced than her, on both ends of the ball, she did a great job. But the story of this game is the fact Caitlin Clark absolutely no-showed the second half. She had a really good first half. She was on triple-double watch. She had 5 rebounds and I forgot how many points and assists. She wound up with a 25-10 game, but that doesn't really tell the story. She hurt the team. She really let down Aliyah and Kelsey and Lexie. Natasha Howard and DeWanna Bonner, our 2 big pickups in the offseason, really didn't do anything. DeWanna was kept off the floor most of the second half. That was a smart call by Stephanie White. That's what got us back in the game. Like I said, I'm not going to hit the panic button just yet on DeWanna. I think she just kind of needs a little bit of time to adjust possibly. Natasha Howard, I saw great things out of her Saturday against the Sky, and tonight she tried hard, but she just didn't have it. Caitlin, on the other hand, in the second half, she just looked lifeless, listless, whatever adjective you want to use. Didn't look good. Wasn't something she was into it. She did hit those 2 big 3-pointers to pull within like 4 points early in the fourth quarter. But other than that, I mean, she just, like I said, it was a real no-show. Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, I think I got their names right at least. They hounded her all night, and like I said, they made some great shots. Brittany Griner did a great job. I will be glad when she retires, though her game is just not fun to watch. She's just taller than them. None of them can jump, and she just kind of grabs the rebound, but she did the job. So, I mean, I'm not being salty. I give her props. Just be glad when that's done. It was a choppy game. The second quarter was really ugly. Challenges, bad calls, the officials spinning forever at the scorers table. I was going to give it the MVP of the game until Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell just showed up and showed out, as did Lexie. But they, at one point, the play-by-play announcer, the lady, I guess, for the local Indiana team, or broadcast, was like, "I'm just ready for halftime." I'm like, I hear you. So good to hear that kind of honesty. You really won't hear that from a national team because they always have to completely sell the product. But I was glad to hear that kind of honesty. That was a ugly second half, but that's not. It was a choppy game. But that's not why Indiana lost. Indiana lost because only 3 people showed up. They showed up and they showed out, though. I give those 3 credit, but as a team, they didn't show up, and Caitlin Clark just, I mean, you're going to have that from time to time, I reckon, but, you know, she's, I don't know if she's just trying to be too passive or she didn't look like she was all that energetic. I don't know if she just wasn't feeling well or something was going on or whatever, but, I mean, she no-showed that second half. That's why Indiana lost. You know, Atlanta deserved to win. They played with heart. They took a lot of hard shots. They made them. There's one point there towards the end where they took a 3-pointer early in the shot clock with the lead, and I remember thinking, "Oh, that's a bad choice." But looking back, you know, that's the kind of attitude you need, that go for the kill attitude, and that's why they won. You know, Indiana brought it all the way back from being like 14 or 15 down in the second half, took a 1-point lead late, and Atlanta clutched the last 2 free throws and just fumbled the heck out of that last possession or attempted a possession by Indiana. I don't know what that was. It would have been a good time for Caitlin to make up for her second half disappearance and to kind of show up, welcome to the party, pal, die hard style. But she didn't do it then. So I don't know. That was just that was bad. That was a bad second half for her. Hopefully she can learn from that and do better. But she really did let down Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell tonight in Lexie, and they have a lot of stars, and they just need at least one more to show up, and nobody did. So kind of missed Erica Wheeler in a night like this. I really feel like she really brought a good swagger and attitude about it. Kelsey has it. But, her and Aliyah are just two people. And like I said, Lexie did a great job. Probably needed to I think she needed to try to score more. I do fault her for not trying to score more often. She is a great defender, great hustle rebounder, but, she's also a very good three-point shooter. She needed to try to hit some there. Like I said, Caitlin clearly wasn't with the program in the second half. I don't know if that was by design, a bad design, but by design, or she was just not feeling it or what. But so you gotta give her the criticism for that. She didn't show up. She needed to show up, and she didn't. Her stat sheet's very, very deceiving, because she did have a very good first half. Kelsey Mitchell, as usual, pretty much kept him in it for the first quarter, and Caitlin really heated up in the second quarter, but then just disappeared. So you have to take her stat sheet with a grain of salt. I don't know what Aliyah and Kelsey's stat sheet looked like. I'm sure Lexie's didn't look good at all, but they were the only ones who really did anything. Like I said, Natasha Howard, I give her an A for effort in that game, but she just wasn't getting there. Fumbled a lot of rebound opportunities. I get it. Their hands are smaller. They're not going to be able to just yank in the rebounds like the guys do, but I don't know. You gotta do better than that. Caitlin's got to do better than that. Stephanie White played her a lot of minutes for her to just not do anything. So now she's going to be tired. They go to Atlanta in 2 days, and Thursday night, and she's going to have tired legs, and she wore her legs out by not doing much. So it's kind of the old double whammy there. So I don't know why she did that. It was a choppy and ugly game, though, I will say. And I don't know if I want to bring this up because I don't want to sound salty. Because I'm not salty. Congrats to Atlanta. They won because they deserved to win, and Indy lost because they deserved to lose, outside of Aliyah and Kelsey. But that was just one of those choppy, ugly games that kind of remind you why this league didn't have much going on for it. And the exciting players didn't really show up and excite very much, except for Kelsey and Aliyah, as usual. I love that. I'm ready for halftime. I was too. Wish I had beer in the house for that second half, I tell you. Wish I had beer in the house for right now. I go drive and get some. But it's 9:30 at night here in South Carolina, so I'm just going to head back in there, listen to some music, and go to bed and enjoy my couple of days off here. So I hate that for Indy. I really hate it for Aliyah and Kelsey. They did the job. Caitlin didn't. The rest of the team didn't. Lexie, you got to give her a lot of credit too, but that was not a fun game. It's not been a fun couple of days. I'm trying to avoid the whole controversy over the basically, we've heard of phantom fouls. Well, how about phantom fouls from the crowd, supposedly, that never happened? But they just the WNBA just knows how to shoot themselves in the foot. They're doing it again, and they're good at it. I give them a lot of credit. They're very good at it. So hate that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Congrats to Atlanta, and congrats to Aliyah and Kelsey for showing up and giving us a show, and I just hate that they have to deal with a loss after this. So thank you guys.